Josephine, you must be thrilled.
Absolutely delighted, Stevie. Sure, look, he set himself this monumental task and he decided that he was going to do his best to achieve it, and I thought it was a really, really difficult challenge, but he was just phenomenal. Stuart is the man, I think, today, and I think everyone's in agreement. But he had a great team of people with him, like Paddy and John, Paddy the Bear O'Shea and John Hayes stayed with him for the whole 24 hours from start to finish, and they were very dedicated in looking after his nutrition, his well-being, his timing on the track, so he was just very lucky with the fantastic team he had around him.
Kathleen O'Sullivan, that's Dr. Kathleen O'Sullivan, you're going to talk to me about how he really managed to even last 23 hours.
Yes, it is a phenomenal achievement in terms of his capacity and his fitness and his stamina and his mental strength in order to do it. But as Josephine has said, that was all. I mean, he is a runner, but all of that was supported so well by the team around him. And, again, Paddy and John and the people doing the logistics. And also, of course, the physio, Mary Lou, that looked after him through the night.
How important was that, Kathleen, to have the physio here at all times?
I think that would be really important for his muscle recovery, moving his lactic acid from during his rest period so that his legs didn't get heavy. I'm not an expert on that, but I mean, that would be really important. And I suppose, the lack of sleep is a huge factor, and as you know, it was one of my concerns. But the facilities here were obviously fabulous. They made it all possible as well. It would have been very difficult, I'm sure you'd agree, lads, without them, without those facilities and without that much backup.
Okay, I'll be back to you in a second, Kathleen. I might maybe just go across to Paddy O'Shea and then I'll have a chat with others. But Paddy, you have been here the whole time. I'm not saying you look tired, but you must be physically drained at this stage yourself. And can you imagine how Stuart is?
You'd be a small bit tired. There's a great exhilaration. There's a great adrenaline attached to this. Stuart is tired now. He is a phenomenal athlete. This was a very difficult task he put himself. He's a short distance runner, 3 to 5k runner, and a very, very good runner at that. And he's after jumping in the deep end in a very short period of time to cover 100 kilometres in 24 hours. So he is tired, and he kept a constant pace through the majority of it at around 5-minute kilometres, which is a serious pace for anyone, but to do it for 24 hours, for doing 4-6 kilometres an hour, it's a serious achievement. So he's an athlete that's, it's an achievement that's well worth noting.
We just might have a quick word with John there maybe. John, weather conditions didn't really suit now, did they?
No, they didn't, especially early yesterday, Stevie. We had the rain was coming in sideways, would be the easiest way to put it, and the wind was driving, so Stuart was running into that every lap as he went around the field. But lucky enough now, as it went overnight from about 11 till 5, the weather improved greatly. The temperature dropped, but the wind did drop as well, so it made the event much easier on him, thank God.
Josephine, talk to me about the GoFundMe, etc. Still open, yeah?
Oh, the GoFundMe is still open, www.100kinaday.ie, so people can still donate, corporates can still donate, any businesses, we are getting donations in this morning still, and it's fantastic. We're absolutely thrilled with the generosity of the people that have donated individually and the businesses that have donated as well. They've been phenomenal with their support from Care, Cashel, Tipperary Town. As usual, we couldn't fault the support that we've been getting from people. So it is still open, and it will remain open for another while. The only difference is obviously the corporate sponsors that have had their names on the board here over the last 24 hours won't have their names on the board, but they'll still be on our website, and their links to their social media or their websites will be, you can find them from our website there.
Back over to Kathleen, if I could, just for a moment. Kathleen, again, there was great support right across the west of Tipperary, East Limerick and the Moraby Milers.
There was tremendous support, and I mean, Josephine has outlined the financial support, and I suppose this absolutely was a fundraiser. But part of Stuart's ambition as well was to get people moving and to support that whole Healthy Club initiative that he's so much involved in, and that Aherlow GA and LGFA are involved in as a combined initiative. So, and the Steps Challenge being part of that. So, apart from the fundraiser, I suppose this is a bigger win because the support, I think everybody will agree, the support was huge throughout the 24 hours. With young and old, big and small, you know, all the children that were here yesterday, the young people out exercising in the air is absolutely brilliant. And I suppose the other tribute that would have to be paid is to the people who do this all the time. You know, as you know, I'd be interested in the promotion of health. And the work that's done by people like Tom and Patricia Blackburn, Breda Christie here in town, and I'm sure loads more that I don't know about in the different clubs, but the work that they do with non-elite athletes, with people who just want to move and keep active for the promotion of their own health and their own fitness, that is phenomenal. I mean, I've seen them in the up there in Galbally over the last number of years. And there are children running, there are women running, there are men running. People just run and move at their own pace.
But that's crucial, isn't it?
It's crucial. It's that level of activity that's huge and that doesn't get the visibility, which is why I like to get the opportunity to bring attention to it, and to the huge public health work that the likes of the Blackburns are doing, and the huge health promotion piece that, you know, maybe it's not seen in that context, but it's you know, a lot of what goes on there in the Monday, Tuesday and Thursday evenings is non-competitive, and people are just competing and improving their own fitness and their own capacity. And that's just wonderful, wonderful health promotion work.
Paddy O'Shea, as chairperson above the club, what does it mean now that this has now been completed? He is something else.
Absolutely. Well, I mean, we stand back. The men's club will stand back in all the ladies and the IWA for what they have done. It's a great achievement, and you know, it stands a testimony to the organisational skills and to the community itself and to the wider community of Tipperary that this captured the attention and captured the imagination of people. Huge crowd here this morning in really bad conditions to cheer him home. So yeah, it's done now. You'd never know. He might try 100 miles in a day next year.
Marie, you also took part. You went and you ran and ran and ran. What is it like? Weather conditions?
Well, I don't know how he did it really, because I did the first lap and the last lap, and you know, one in between, and the wind was just, it's tough. Mentally it's tough, just going around, and like underfoot conditions were very, very mucky, so which made it even tougher. It was almost like running on sand, you know, which is very tough. So, you know, I think he's just absolutely fantastic, and it's a credit to everybody and all the support, and it was so lovely to see all the kids running around all of the laps with him and everything. It was just a tremendous occasion, really, Stevie. It was just fabulous.
Paddy, they were just talking a little bit there about St. Michael's and the facilities. Josephine was saying it, Kathleen O'Sullivan was also saying it. How important was it just to have it right on your own doorstep?
Well, unquestionably, Stuart, we commented it so many times throughout the day and the night. Unquestionably, St. Michael's opened their gates, their doors, their dressing rooms, every facility to us could not be more helpful. And in the middle of it, they were going to Dublin playing an FAI Cup match, and they had a youths match on outside here, and still they let us give us the full run of the place. And it's not unfair to say that it made it a manageable event. Would it have succeeded without St. Michael's? I'm not sure it would, because we had everything we needed. We had dry, close to the track. We had treatment tables, showers, kitchen facilities. And as I say, look, that's a testimony to a sports club. Does a huge amount of work in the town. And, you know, the minute we said, it was no question asked, Tommy Finnan said straight away, whatever you want, whatever you need. And I suppose, just to show you how supportive they were, when it got dark last night, Tommy arrived back from Dublin, and instead of going celebrating, he arrived in here, turned on 2 of the floodlights so that we had light at the bottom half of the pitch here, left them on all night. And I mean, that sort of support, that will show you the mettle of a club that's behind the community. And all he said when I said, you know, you're doing great, he says, we're all in this together. We're all in this together.
But that's typical of Tom Finnan.
Typical of Tom Finnan, and typical of St. Michael's, typical of all the sports clubs around the area. You know, we're all in this together. We're all getting out, getting people involved in sports.
I just see there's a young lady that we're not forgetting about her. She's down here. And Josephine, Kate, I believe, is going to... You're the PRO of the club, I believe, yeah?
Yeah, I'm the current
PRO. How's it going for you?
It was
doing
good.
the PRO job. You're happy with that?
Yeah, happy with it. So just took it over from Laura Ivory at the last AGM.
So you have a lot of PRO stuff now, we'll say obviously to do in the coming years. It's going to be another busy season. Briefly, just tell me about Stuart.
Yeah, he's great. So Stuart, I'm a senior player with Aherlow, and he would have been over us for about 3 years in a row over the last 5 years. So he brought us to 2 county finals, and we were unlucky in one of those. But he's always been backing us throughout the years. So he's always supporting us and backing us. And as a senior team, we're delighted for him and so proud.
Kate O'Mara, keep up the good work.
Thanks very much.
Okay, guys, I think that's about it here this morning at St. Michael's. It is Coop Park. And again, thank them once again for the wonderful facilities, and well done to each and all.